Monsieur le Président, Madame le juge, Monsieur le juge, Monsieur Laurent Gbagbo et Charles Blé Goudé doivent répondre de crimes contre l'humanité, meurtre, viol, atteinte grave et persécution, commis à Abidjan à la suite des élections présidentielles qui se sont tenues en Côte d'Ivoire en 2010. Que les choses soient bien claires dès le départ. Cette affaire ne s'agit pas de déterminer qui a gagné les élections en 2010, ni qui aurait dû les remporter. Il s'agit d'établir la responsabilité pénale individuelle de deux accusés pour ce qui est des crimes commis dans le cadre des violences post-électorales de 2010 qui relèvent de la compétence de la Cour pénale internationale. Il s'agit d'établir leur responsabilité au sujet des crimes commis par les forces armées de la Côte d'Ivoire, ainsi que par des groupes de jeunes, des milices et des mercenaires en exécution d'un plan visant à maintenir coûte que coûte M. Laurent Gbagbo au pouvoir. Nous sommes ici aujourd'hui pour envoyer un message fort et ferme à tous ceux qui complotent pour se hisser au pouvoir ou s'y maintenir en ayant recours à la force et à la brutalité, à savoir qu'ils doivent répondre et répondront de leurs actes conformément aux dispositions du statut de Rome. Mr. President, honorable judges, we are here to remind the world that crimes such as those at the center of this case, murder, rape, inhumane acts, persecution, crimes against humanity, they threaten the peace, the security, and the well-being of not only the affected communities, but all of humanity. Whoever perpetrates mass violence does so against the world entire. My office will seek to ensure justice and accountability on all sides. This should be clear. My office is investigating both sides of the conflict. And this is what the office's legal mandate requires. This is what the victims deserve. And that is what the prosecution is committed to and is working to achieve. Your Honors, pro-Gbagbo forces inter alia injured, killed, and raped peaceful demonstrators. They shelled men, women, and children in their neighborhoods, and they murdered men and boys at roadblocks merely because of their identity and association, merely because of who they were. These crimes were committed in furtherance of a common plan to keep Mr. Gbagbo in power by all means. Mr. President, Your Honors, I will conclude by stating that this trial is about obtaining justice for the many hundreds of victims of post-election violence in Côte d'Ivoire and ensuring that there is no impunity for those responsible for such crimes, regardless of their power or position. As the presiding judge has observed during his opening remarks, I reiterate that the charges will be the focus of this trial. The charges that will be the focus of this trial relate only to the acts and individual criminal responsibility of Mr. Laurent Gbagbo and Mr. Charles Blé Goudé. These charges are not brought against the people of Côte d'Ivoire, nor against one or other segment of its population. These charges were not brought against any political, national, ethnic, or religious group within this country. They were brought against two individuals charged under the Rome Statute based on the evidence independently amassed by the prosecution. This is our first case to reach trial in the situation of Côte d'Ivoire. There will be others, as our independent and impartial pursuit to hold those most responsible for the post-election violence in the country, irrespective of political affiliation or side, remains firm. We will not falter, Mr. President, until this work is done. Mr. President, Your Honors, I thank you for your attention. And with your leave, Mr. Eric McDonald will now present a more detailed outline of the prosecution's case and the evidence that the prosecution will present in support of the charges against the two accused persons. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Madam Prosecutor.